morning. How are you?
Good
Good.
morning.
Good morning. Let's see who came on today. Good morning to the following 26 students so far. Carlton, Mariah, Ilani, Angelina N, Kimura, Kira, Nazier C, Demi, Adrian, Aiden B, Alyssa, Allison M, Blessing, Carlos, Daniela, Esther, Jameer, Jasmine, Jency, Juan, Kyasia, Christanielise, Nazier S. I think I said your name twice. Sarai, Yair, and Zachariah. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today is Tuesday, June 9th of 2020. And Lacey, say good morning. Say good morning. Okay. We're still obviously working with integers and rational numbers. Today, since it's Tuesday, June 9th, 2020, we are going to be working on the packet that you either have if you received it. If not, it's in Google Classroom. All right. It's in Google Classroom, and it looks like this. So I'm going to have a student read the learning target. Kira,
Yes.
please read me the learning target on Tuesday, June 9th, page 1's paper, please.
Okay. Says. Okay. I can solve multiple step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers and rational numbers and apply to the real world situations.
All right, hold that thought. Just mute yourself for a second. I want to make a quick announcement. And it's on record. So if you checked your email, you received an email about iReady and about how many hours or minutes that you did. In order to get on the list, I need an hour or more. So in 601, I like to shout out the following scholars. So I'm just going to say the names. They're in order in your email. Aiden Acevedo, 1 hour, 37 minutes. Zachariah Acosta, 2 hours, 1 minute. Omar Alonso, 1 hour and 29 minutes. Kamaya Kennedy, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Nazier Colon, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Daniela, 43 minutes. Terzelli, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Jazzy Q, 54 minutes. Haley Rojas, 1 hour, 5 minutes. Esther, 1 hour, 33 minutes. Jaden Smith, 4 hours and 14 minutes. In class 602, Alyssa, 1 hour, 4 minutes. Aiden Burnell, 4 hours and 16 minutes. Melanie, 34 minutes. Jeremiah Daniels, 2 hours and 29 minutes. Gilberto Flores, 41 minutes. Ulysses, 50 minutes. Nathan Mario, 48 minutes. Demelisa Martinez, 4 hours and 57 minutes. Ibrahim Amasa, 46 minutes. Anthony Modesto, 1 hour, 41 minutes. Alexander, 1 hour, 44 minutes. And Mercedes, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Moving on to class 603, we have Chris Danielise, 1 hour, 48 minutes. Taiwan Cassidy, 46 minutes. Byron Delgado Lucas, 1 hour, 58 minutes. Kamora Dumas, 1 hour, 21 minutes. Maddox Gonzalez, 1 hour, 44 minutes. And Janaea Sloden, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Moving on to class 604, we got Jerickson, 1 hour. Kira Dumas, 1 hour, 25 minutes. Jency Gonzalez, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Carlos, 1 hour, 52 minutes. Jameer Miller, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Amanda, 2 hours and 38 minutes. And Blessing, 4 hours and 9 minutes. So congratulations to all those that actually got recognized for doing top ready. Hopefully this week I can see some new names on here. I would love to see all of your names on here. Remember, it's 30 minutes a day. Okay, so Kira, we were saying that today we're going to deal with multi-step problems with integers and rational numbers. Can you read for us? Let's see who's next. Ilani, you're going to read the lesson notes. Please unmute yourself where it says lesson notes. What does that say? It's a few sentences.
Lesson notes are addition, subtraction, multiplication, dividing integers, and rational numbers.
Okay, now above that, there's a little thing that says today's scholars. Can you read that?
Today's scholars will review how to solve multi-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and integer and rational numbers, and apply to real-world situations. This is the beginning of 7th grade math. Please refer to the chart below to assist you to become familiar with these rules.
All right, so again, we're just going to recap. Thank you for reading. Again, we're just going to recap. So when you were adding, we're on page 1 now. All right, I'm going to go to speaker view. We're on page 1. When we are adding integers, okay, like signs, you keep the sign and add. Different signs, sign of higher number and subtract. When you are subtracting, you keep the first, you change the subtraction to addition, and then you do the additive inverse. So the opposite of a positive is a negative number. The opposite of a negative number is a positive number. Multiplying and dividing integers, which are the bottom two, the rules are pretty much the same thing. When you multiply and divide with the same sign, it's a positive integer. When you multiply or divide with the same sign, again, negative, make positives. When you multiply and divide a positive and a negative, it always gives me a positive. And when you multiply and divide a negative times a positive, or a negative and a positive, give me a positive. And actually, it should be a negative integer. They made a mistake there. All right, let's look at page 2. It's a word bank. All right, so there are 10 questions. I'm going to have one scholar do, I'm going to have two scholars do, I'm going to have each scholar do 2 questions, so it's fair. We're going to start off with Mariah. Okay, Mariah, mute yourself. We're on page 2. You're going to read me question 1 and 2 with the answer from that word bank. You're going to write the correct word on the line. Not loud and proud. What do you got today? Unmute yourself. There you go.
Question 1. The answer to a subtraction.
Did she leave? Uh-oh, I think she got cut out. No? All right, let's call on somebody else right now. Let's try Jasmine. When she comes back, she'll take over. Jasmine, unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay, can you read question 1 and 2 for us?
Okay. The answer to a subtraction problem is called sum.
Sum. Yep. Subtraction is not sum. Try again.
Oh, my bad. Difference.
Difference. Number 1 is the difference. The answer. Number 2, Jasmine, can you read it?
The set of numbers that include all the positive and negative whole numbers and 0 is called integers.
Good. Number 1 is a difference. Number 2 is integers. 1 is difference, 2 is integers. Thank you, Jasmine. Appreciate you. All right. I don't know where Mariah went. I guess maybe her internet acted up. All right. Let's try Chris Danielise. You're going to do 3 and 4, Chris. Unmute, please.
All right, let me get the packet. Okay, so, where do I start again?
Question 3, you're going to read the sentence and tell us which word bank question you're going to use.
Sentence 3.
Yes, number 3. The answer to a.
The answer to a addition problem is called sum.
Good. Sum is 3. Number 4.
Okay. Numbers less than 0 are called negative numbers.
Good. Negative numbers. So let's just recap. Number 1, you should have had difference. Now it's a listening and testing your listening. 1 is difference. 2, integers. 3, the answer to addition is the sum. And 4, less than 0 is negative. All right, Kira, you're up. Kira, you're going to do 5 and 6 for us. You got to read louder, okay? 5 and 6, Kira.
Got unmute her.
I did. Oh, that was you. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kira. I meant to come to you. Unmute yourself, kiddo. Sorry, I was looking at your sister thinking it was you.
The answer to division problem is called.
It starts with the Q.
Quotient.
Yes, quotient. Good girl. Next, number 6.
The answer to multiplication question is called a product.
Good job. So number 5 is quotient. Number 6 is product. Mariah, nice to see you back. You're going to do number 7 and 8, Mariah, because you started and then something happened. All right, Mariah, number 7 and number 8. What do you got?
A number line is a line that shows the position and
Blank of numbers. Position and what What do you think?
Integer? No.
Does that make sense?
No.
Starts with an O.
Opposite?
Does that make sense though? The position and opposite of numbers? Or the position and, what's another word for location? Starts with an O. It's only 5 letters.
Order?
Order. Awesome. So number 7 is order. What about number 8?
The word used in a question that tells you to find the value of an expression is called.
It's another way to like finding the answer. When we find the answer map, we call it, starts with an E.
Evaluate?
Good. Number 8 is evaluate. Thank you so much for your help.
Welcome.
Oh, since I know you have internet issues, some of the answers are already written in the chat box. They already wrote them in the chat box. I'm going to show the paper in a minute. All right, Yair, you're up. Hi, Yair, unmute yourself. You're going to do 9 and 10. Yair, unmute yourself. All right, number 9, bud.
Adding a negative integer is the same as subtracting.
Yep.
It's opposite.
Excellent. Number 9 is subtracting. And number 10, Yair, what do you got?
Subtracting a negative number and negative integer is the same as adding its opposite.
Excellent. I'm just going to show that slide. Again, your cameras must be on. So Blessing, Sadai, Juan, and Brandon. This is what you should have had on the first 10 problems. So number 1, the answer to subtraction is the difference. You could actually check them off if you got them right. Number 2, the answer to addition is a sum. Numbers less than 0 or negative. The answer to division is a quotient. The answer to multiplication is a product. Okay, a number line shows the position and order of integers. When you solve it, you're evaluating. Number 8. Number 9, as he said, when you're adding a negative integer, it's the same as subtracting, the opposite. And last but not least, number 10, it's subtracting a negative number is the same as adding the opposite. These are the first 10 answers on page 2. If you have it, give yourself a check. If not, you have 5 seconds to write it. 5. All the answers are in the chat box. So when the paper gets taken away, look in the chat box. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's look at page 3 now. So on page 3, I'm going to try to make this a fair game here. I am going to have, where did she go? You had a turn, I think, Jasmine. We're going to come back to you. Let's try, I'm going to come back to you. I want to see where this person went. I don't know where she went. All right, Sarai, you're going to do page 3, problem 2. Can you read it for us, please?
Determine the difference in elevation between Death Valley, California, 282 feet below sea level, and the summit of California Mountain Davidson, 928 feet above sea level.
All right, Sarai, when we have something that's below sea level, what kind of integer is that?
Negative.
Good. So Death Valley is, it says 280 feet below on the diagram. I want you to write a minus sign in front of 282. Where it says 282, pencils are up. You're going to write minus in front of 282 on the diagram. So now Sarai, it says 928 feet above. Above is what kind of integer?
Positive.
Good. So put a plus in front of 928. So put a plus in front of 928. It's going to look like my paper. Okay, so all I ask for you to do is put a minus here and put a plus sign. Very simple. A minus and a plus. All right, let's go back. Just put a minus and a plus. All right, let's go back here now. Okay, so Sadi, you're going to continue this up. So Sadi, I want to find the difference, so I know I'm going to do keep, change, or I can use my diagram. So my question to you, Sadi, is if I'm at 928 feet on the diagram and I want to get to 0, how many steps is that? If I'm at 928 and I want to get to 0, how many steps do I have to take to get there?
$928.
Right. Write that number down. So from 0 to 928, I got to go 928 feet. Now from 0 to negative 282, how many steps is that?
282.
Right, 282. So now I want to find the difference, which means I'm really going to turn it into an addition something. So I'm going to add. In the chat box, as Sadi does it, please tell me, okay, and those that just came on, we're on page 3. Okay, we're on problem 2. I need to know what 982 plus 282 is equal to. Please type your answer below mine. And once I see, so whoa, we got some weird answers going on here. So 928 plus 282. You guys better go back and check the math. Nobody got it right. Only one person got it so far. I don't know how we're getting that. Guys, go back and check the math. 2 people got the correct answer so far. We are now on page 3, Melanie. $928 plus 282. I'm seeing like 5 answers in the chat box. Whoa, Kira, the comma. Whoa, the comma. Okay, you fixed it. Perfect. Okay, so Sari, any ideas what the sum is? Unmute yourself, dear.
1,210.
1,210 is the correct difference. So I don't know where these funky numbers came from, but again, she told you perfectly that from 0 to 928, it's 928. From 0 to 282, it's 282. Okay, we can stop with the chats now. We understand. We got it. Let's focus on the work. Let's learn from our mistakes. 928 plus 282. If we add it all up, we get 1,210 feet. That is the correct difference in elevation. So this is what your diagram should be marked up on, and this is what the word should say. So I'm going to repeat this. Some of you submitted your work yesterday, which is great, but please make sure you have all the work that's on my paper on yours to get 100. If you're missing, unfortunately, you will not get 100. So I suggest you mark up any diagrams I do. If I draw number lines, you mark it the way I do to get your credit. All right, I'm going to take it away in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, now we're going to really use our brain even more on page 5, problem 4. So let me see who's on here. I think, all right. Esther, unmute yourself, please. All right, Esther, we're going to be on page 5, problem 4.
What is the difference between the two elevations shown on the image below?
Wait. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. My mistake. I skipped a question. Okay. Sorry, we're on page 4, guys, problem 3. Okay. So, Esther, first of all, we're going to mark up the diagram, then we're going to answer A and B to get the answer, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So, above is what kind of integer?
Above is a positive integer.
So, above the 2,421, put a plus in front of that 2. Below, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So put a negative in front of the 8. Where it says 8 feet below, put a minus 8. Now, Esther, talk to me. How far is 0 from 2,421?
2,421 feet.
Good. The way we marked up the other question is the way you're going to mark up this diagram. How far is 0 from -8?
8 feet.
8. Now, Esther, looking at A, can you read A and tell us the integer to write?
Elevation of the town below sea level as an integer is -8.
Good. So A is -8. Please write that down.
B. Elevation of the town on top of the mountain as an integer is plus 2,421.
All right, so let me just show everyone what Esther just said. This is what you should have so far in your paper. Not a lot. We're just marking up in order to get the answer. Demi, you're on deck after. All right. All right, Esther, let's continue with what you got going.
Okay.
Well, talk to us, tell us what we're going to do, Esther, to find the answer now.
2,421. Wait. 2,421. Take away -8.
Okay, which then becomes what?
2,413.
So from 2,421, we go 2,421 feet. Then we have to go down another 8. So really, how many feet are we going?
8 feet.
Right, so we have to add those two numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you add them up, what do you get?
2,429.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what you should have. Very simple. When you get diagrams, folks, you always need to mark them up. Because in 7th grade, you're going to see lots of diagrams. You're going to have to start getting used to marking them up. We gave you lots of them throughout the year as well. And we always told you mark it up first. Write down what you know. If you notice, I put sea level meant 0, so I remember how far above and below I got to go. I got to walk down 2,421, and then I got to go down another 8. So my total distance that I walked was this amount. Okay, I'm going to take it down in 3. There wasn't much to write on this slide. The next few pages have a lot to write. 1, 0. All right? All right, let's go on to now page 5. So I promised Demi. Demi was up next. Demelisa. Chris Danielise, you're going to be, actually, I'm going to have Zach go after that. All right, Demi. Demi, we're on page 5, problem 4. We got to read it really carefully, okay? Go ahead.
Which situation results in a final value of 0?
Okay, so what we're looking for, Demi, and the rest of you, is we're looking for which answer choice, when I create the number sentence, has a 0 answer. So let's read it and then put the number sentence and the answer. Let's do it that way. Yeah, Demi, read A.
A. The temperature after the decrease of 5 Fahrenheit of the temperature of -5. B. The height of an airplane.
Wait, Demi, we're going to do each question, right? Each one. So you said the temperature has a decrease of 5 degrees. A decrease, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So next to the Fahrenheit, put -5. Plus, now we go down another -5. So what's -5 plus -5 equal to?
0.
No. We're at -5, and I add another -5. Same signs, I add and keep the sign.
-10.
Right, so A, you should have on your paper for A, on page 5, for A, -5 plus -5 is equal to -10. This is what it should look like. So we're gonna take this situation and create a number sentence to figure out which answer is equal to 0. Okay, so Demi, when you read B, you're gonna read it tell us the number sentence and then the answer, and then we're going to go on to C and D to get the answer. Make sense?
Mm.
All right. Let's see what Demi's got over here. Yeah, Demi, try B.
B. The height of an airplane after taking off from the ground, level and rising 1,000 feet.
All right, so if you're at ground level, what number are you at?
It's like sea level, right? So
Right.
0.
Yes, 0. So 0, and now I'm rising. So what happens now if I rise?
So you're going to the positive side.
So,
So you like adding 1,000 to 0.
right, so it's 0 plus 1,000 equal 1,000. Beautiful, Demelisa. Looking at C. Go ahead, read C.
The amount of money received in change after making a $10 purchase with a $20 bill.
Okay. So how are we going to show that, guys? What do you think? You need some help? Esther's off mute if you need help. Do you need help, Demi? Esther, help her out.
Okay.
On C, the amount of money received in change after making a $10 purchase.
Oh, it's $10 because it's $20 minus $10 equals $10.
Good. 20 minus 10 equal 10. Good job. All right, Demi, letter D. I think you can do this one.
All right. D. The distance above sea level after increasing 24 meters from the depth of 24 meters below sea level.
All right, Demi, if we increase, is that a positive or negative number?
Positive.
Good, so you're going to put 24 or plus 24 minus, 24. Now, when you go to below, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So it's 24 minus 24 is what?
Minus?
24 minus 24 is the same number minus itself is always, good, Kira, 0. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what to write for that part. Okay, I will always show you the work. I saw. So just everyone just kind of take a breather. It's all right. Everyone relax. So clearly the one that has 0, Demi, is A, B, C, or D. Which one? Demi, which answer should we circle?
D.
Huh?
D.
D. D as in dog. All right. All right, Kimura. All right, let's go to what Kimura's got. She's going to be the next one to read. Let me see. Yeah, Kimura. Hello, Kimura. How you doing today? Good. Wake up. All right, we are on page 5, problem 5. You're going to read me the word problem, and then we are going to translate all of those rational numbers into decimals. Go ahead, loud and proud. What do you got?
Jen's goal is to run a total of 22 miles in 5 days. The table below shows her the number of miles she ran on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How many miles must Jen run on Friday to reach her goal?
Okay, so here's what I want everyone to do, okay? I want you to make your own chart like I did. And I want you to kind of make your own chart, and I want you to put distance in miles. Everyone do this now. Everybody's going to write this. I added a column. There's 2 columns. I want you to add another column. There's white space. I want you to add your column that says distance in miles. Then, after we have distance in miles, we're going to take each question and we're going to make the fraction a decimal. Because we told you that anytime you see a rational number, you convert it to a decimal. Because it will be easier for you to figure out the answer. So in the first blank, we're going to convert 4 3/4 to a decimal. So Kimura, When we have 3/4, how much money do we have?
What did you say?
If you have 3/4, how much money do you have?
75 cents.
Right. So 4.3/4 is 75. So you're going to write in that box you just made next to Monday 4.75. Yes? Everyone understand what I'm talking about? I'll show you the first one. That way we can just whiz through the rest. You see here, we took the decimal, which is 3/4, and we converted it to the fraction and converted it to a decimal, so 4.75. We're going to do that for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to convert the rest. Again, a fraction is division. All we're doing is dividing the numerator by the denominator to get the decimal. All right, Kamora, do you have a calculator next to you?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to tell us what 1 divided by 8 is equal to, so we can put it as a decimal. 1 divided by 8.
It says 0.125.
Right. So we have 5 is the whole, so we're going to write 5.125. Under Tuesday, write 5.125. Good, Kaisha, thank you. Kamora, are you with me? Are you with me? Yes or no, kiddo?
Yes.
Okay, so in the second box, we write 5.125. Now, Wednesday, we just put 0.00 because there's no fraction there. Now we're going to go talk about my friend Thursday. All right, Kamora, if I have 1/4, how much money do I have?
25 cents.
So how do I put 1/4 as a decimal? 6 point what?
25.
Good, 6.25 is Thursday, right, 6.25. And Friday, we have to figure it out. We got to do one more step. We got to do 2 more steps, actually. So first, okay, we converted all of the rational numbers into decimals, as you can see here. Now, I need to figure out between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, how many miles did Jen run so far? So in order to figure out how many miles she ran so far, what do I have to now do, Kamora? Huh? Are we adding or subtracting what we have so far? We want to find out how many miles did she run on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to do what with these numbers? Add or subtract?
I think.
Look in the chat box. 2 people said something. 4 people said the same thing. Your sister said something. Okay, Kira, only type it once.
I think it's addition.
Addition. Okay, stop typing now. We're going to add. So your task, okay, stop typing now because I want to type the question, all right? So first off, we converted all the fractions into decimals. Now we're going to add up the numbers. That's step 2. So you're going to tell me, I'm going to type it, then you're going to type your answer. Don't give me answers yet. I need you, if you don't have a calculator, to line up your decimals. We're going to add these numbers up. 6.25. Please tell me the sum of what I just typed. We're adding Monday, 4.75. We're adding Tuesday, 5.125. We're adding Wednesday, 0.00. And then we're going to add Thursday, 6.25 to get a total right there first. Okay, let's see what's going on. What'd you get? What'd you get? So, we got what? Kamora?
16.125.
Good. So when you added that all up, you got 16.125. That looks like my paper. Now, I added them all up, and I arrived at 16.125. If you notice, I did it by hand. I lined up all my decimals, added placeholders to make everything have the same place amount. Now, I labeled what each day was too to let myself know what I was doing. Remember, we got to find the total. The total amount was 22 miles, but so far she only did 16.125 miles. So that means I have to do what with the 22 and the 16.125? We want to now find out how many more miles she's got to run. So what operation are we going to do? Kamora, I don't know why you're muted. You have to finish. You're doing really good. Oh. So if the total amount is 22, but I only did 16.125, I now have to do what operation?
Subtract.
Subtract. What are we going to subtract?
16.
Are we going to subtract 16 first, or we're going to take 22 from 16?
16 first.
So we're going to do the 22.000 minus 16.125 and type the answer in the chat box. So we're typing the answer to 22.00 minus 16.125. I got one answer. I'm not sure.
5.875.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you for your help. This is what it should look like. So write this sentence as a full sentence. Now when you get your answer, you have to restate it. 6 people got this. Jen needs to run. Jen needs to run 5.875 miles on Friday to reach her goal. Okay? So I need you to show this, all this work that we did. We made a section. We added first, took that answer, took 22, which was the total that she had to run in these 5 days. Then we subtracted from what we had to figure out what Friday's mystery was. And I'm going to tell you this as you write this down. All of these 2 questions specifically were from the 2017, they were from, I don't remember what year. They were from a state exam in 7th grade. So these are 7th grade questions that you just answered like that. It's stuff you know how to do. It's not that difficult right now. You've seen this before. Okay. I'm going to flip the page in 10. So if you don't have it, please screenshot it. In 8 seconds, I'm going to switch it over. In 5, 4. Again, the next page is another 7th grade question. It's a test question. I taught you this a few weeks ago on box and whisker plots. Okay. When you flip over to page 6, it's box and whisker plots. So remember, box and whisker plots have 5 components. The first part is the minimum, which is the lowest number. Right? Going to put lowest. The maximum is the highest. The mean or the median, which is Q2, which is the middle number. Then you have the lower quartile, which is Q1. And then you have the upper quartile, which is Q3. So on the next page, just to recap on page 6 now, we're reviewing box and whisker plots when we did statistics. So just a little reteach. Everyone should be muted at this point. The minimum is the lowest number of a data set, and we organize the data from least to greatest. The maximum is the highest number of the data set. Remember, those make up the little dots, which are the little whiskers like the cat. And then the box come from, once you find the median, you go to the right for the upper quartile, which is your Q3. And once you have the median, you go to the left for the lower quartile. And based on that, you're able to create this. So let's see who's going to try this part. Who remembers how to do this? Let's call on Nazier. Nazier, can you unmute yourself, please? All right. So before you even give me any answers, we're going to first organize the numbers from least to greatest where there's white space on the bottom. So how do we organize this data from least to greatest, Nazier?
Okay, so first, what I like to do is look at the number set and try to find the greatest and the least. Find the greatest and the least, and remember that they're always going to go at the beginning or the end. And then you look at the least, and then you look at the greatest. So then you see the numbers that are you see the number that is closest to the least. You put that.
Okay, hold on right there. I love what you're saying. Let's take what you just said and fill in the chart. So what is the minimum, the least number of this data set?
52.
52. So under minimum, you write 52, folks. Pay attention now. So this is page 6 now. So the minimum, okay, now walk us through the maximum, Nazia.
65.
Okay, so the min is 52, the max is 65. Now, we got that part first. Now we got to find out the median. Remember, the median is the middle number when the data is organized from least to greatest, which it already was in the data set that I gave you, because this is a 7th grade state exam question. So remember, you want to find the partners, right? You're going to find the partners from the left and the right and keep matching until you get to the middle. So Nadia, 52 is paired with what number?
53.
So 52 and 53 are partners. Remember, one from the left and one from the right.
2 and 53 are.
Okay, let me see your schedule. Let me see your schedule.
Do we need some help?
Yes.
Okay, you forgot? It's okay. Who would like to help? Does anyone remember how to do box and whisker plots? Who remembers how to find the median before I do it for you? You want to try? Okay, you can try, Kayasia. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Let's see what you remember.
52 is paired with 65. 53 is paired with 62. 5 is paired with 59. 55 is paired with 59. 56 is paired with 59. 7 is paired with 58. And the number that's in the middle is 58.
Is what?
It's 58.
Yes, so the Q2 is what?
58.
Excellent. So now, Kayasia, we got the median, which is 58. So I'm going to go to the left of that number, which starts with 57, ending to 52, and I'm going to find the Q1. So I'm going to go 57, 52, keep going until we find the Q1.
52 pairs up with 57. 53 goes with 56. And there's 2 numbers left in the middle, and that's 55.
Right, because when you add them up and divide by 2, you get the same. So the Q1 is 55. Ooh, I don't know who that is. The next part, now you want to find the upper quartile, which is to the right. So you're going to go to the first number after 58, which is 58, down to 65, and find the middle number for me. What is that?
It's 59.
Right. So Q3 is 59. I love the thumbs up. I love the encouragement. So here's what it should look like. Remember, when you find the median, you are finding the middle number of the data set in order from least to greatest. Clearly, the Q2 is your median. And then what she did is she took all the numbers to the left, and she found the Q1, and all the numbers to the right, and she found the Q3. So these numbers belong in one of these answer choices. So we're going to look for an answer that has these 5 numbers in the correct location. And I'm going to call Mariah for that in a moment. Remember, when you have 2 medians, you add them up and divide by 2 because it's an even set of data when there are 2. If you recall, when there's an odd set of data, there is 1 middle number. But remember, if there are 2 of the same numbers as Kayasia did, you didn't hear her say add them up and divide by 2. She just said it's this number. Because when you add the same number by itself and divide it in half, you get what you started with. So now your task is to figure out which answer choice matches all of this work we just did. And Mariah's going to do that part. So Mariah, let's look at A. Remember,
Okay.
the whiskers are the little circles. The little circles. Or in this situation, they just put like a slash. So let's look at A.
A
Talk.
line?
Go ahead. Huh? Yeah. So talk to me. What about A? What's the minimum there?
55. No.
The line. Not the boxes, the
58.
outside part.
Oh, 58.
52. What's the maximum there? What's the maximum there? So we got 52.
55.
Good. Huh? 55 is the Q, 55 is the Q1. I'm asking for the maximum, which is 65, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Now the Q1 is what number? What number should have like a line over it?
55.
Good. And then the Q2 should have a line over what number?
58.
And then the
And then
Q3 should have.
Q3, 59.
So based on that, which answer choice shows what you just said? A, B, C, or D?
A.
A. Beautiful. Let's go over that. So here, remember, we want to take this data and match it. So this is 52. This is the minimum. This is the maximum, which is 65. This is your Q1. You take the line, you read it down, it's 55. This Q2 is 58. And the Q3 here is 59. The reason why it would not be B is because the minimum is 53, and that's not true. So we can cross that off. And the minimum here is 53. That's not true. And then if we look at D, we got a minimum of 52 and a maximum of 65. But the Q1 is at 53. And clearly it states that it's at 55 over here. So that's why D is incorrect and A is the correct answer. Okay, I just want you to understand that if you take the pencil and you follow the line here, 53 is not Q1, because according to here, it's 55. So that's why Mariah chose it. All right? Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put you guys in a breakout room, and here's your next task. You're going to complete pages 8 and 9, which are your exit ticket. There are 4 problems in your breakout room. In order to receive full credit, you need to have your cameras on, you need to be working with your teammates, and you will report back here in 5 minutes when time is up. Nobody is allowed to leave if you want full credit. So when I put you in your breakout room, which is in 2 seconds, I'm going to open up the room. You're going to work on pages 8 and 9, and you're going to talk with each other, and people are going to be popping in your rooms to check you out. First room done, you know the deal. Send me a private message. Go. 5 minutes, exit tickets. Go. Go. First room, who's it going to be? I'm going to broadcast your message. You're going to complete pages 8 and 9, which are your exit ticket. Everyone needs to go to the breakout room. Kamora, Adrian, everyone was assigned.
I didn't get one.
You are assigned. I just checked. Get to the breakout room I put you in. Everyone was assigned. Adrian, let's go. Go to breakout room, Adrian. Jameer, I assigned you. Kira and Kamora, you need to go. I need to type my message out. Then I'll put you there. And I'm going to be going in. So the fact that people have not gone to their breakout rooms is problematic. So you need to get there because I need to leave this screen and go check out what's going on in my rooms. I still don't understand Adrian, Kira, and Kamora. I really don't understand why you're not in your rooms. I really don't understand when I assigned you. Everyone was assigned. Get to the rooms. Because I need to go do my business and go check out what's going on. So clearly we did not follow directions. And clearly that is an issue. I understand you're talking on the chat, but that's not what I asked for you to do. My directions were to show your face and do the work. That's what I asked. And I don't see why people aren't unmuted. So I'm a little confused right now.
Alyssa says that her mic is not working.
Your
That's
mic
why.
isn't working. Okay. So then I guess talk in the chat and figure out your answers. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the next room. All right, what's going on over here?
I'm doing number one right now.
All right, so what do we come up with? Nathan has $40. He writes a check for 60. If you have 40, is that positive or negative, guys?
Wait, read the question again.
It's page 8, number 1. Nathan has $40
Positive.
and writes the check. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you write a check, that's negative. So now it's 40 plus negative 60, which is how much money?
Negative 110. I mean, no, negative 20.
Negative 20, so you pick choice C. Okay, draw the number line for question 2 and see what you can do, and I'll be back. All right?
Okay.
This was breakout room, what are you, 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I already went to 1, I'm gonna go to 3 now, see what's going on in there. Okay, what's going on in this breakout room? I see nobody having conversations. And somebody left this breakout room, I see. Okay. All right. Daniela? Okay, Daniela. Then type in the chat box to have a conversation then, and I'll come back. Okay, how's it going in this breakout room? What's our answers? Anybody have a question for number 1?
Yeah, well, not a question, I have an answer.
Okay, so what was your number sentence to get there? What'd you do?
I did 40 minus 60 because the check is being taken out and being sent. So it's negative 20.
All right, were you able to get question 2?
Yeah,
Got 12.
it's D.
It's what, Kaeja?
I got D for question 2.
Awesome. Did you guys get to do number 3?
Yeah.
I didn't do it yet.
All right, let's look at it. What if you have negative $43 and then you wrote another check for 50? So negative 43 plus negative 50 is how much money? Negative 4. Go figure it out. I'll be back.
I got 7.
No, that's not right. Try again. Go back and check the math.
Still doing math.
How we doing?
We're
Good.
doing good.
MC3702, so I can give you credit.
That's me. Brandon.
It's
Brandon.
Brandon. He has a really bad
You
mic.
need to turn your camera on because that was one of the first things I asked.
Bran.
I already spoke to your mother about that. So turn the camera on. How we doing? Do we get number 1?
I'm
Yeah, I
actually
think.
about to finish.
You almost done?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 1 minute.
The first answer to question 1 is 6.
It's 6.
Yeah, DeMarcus Scholar is 18.
It's C.
Oh wait, we're doing
C.
Oh. Let me go. I have to go to one more room here.
4.
All right. 1 minute left. This is really great in here. Perfect. Good job over there.
So,
Okay, I'm leaving you guys. You're doing awesome. Bye-bye.
so can you see my paper?
How we doing in here?
We finished and we all consulted about it. So
All right, let's see. Now, you're gonna do number one, Zach. You
Okay.
have $40 and you write a check for $60. How much do you have? What answer?
Negative $20.
Good. Esther, this one you're at -1. You go to 17. You go back to 4. What are we at?
-12.
-12 or positive?
No, it's 12. Because you have.
Okay. What do we get for number 3, Jency? Now, Chris Daniele says -43 and she wrote it for another -50. How much is that? How much is that? -43 plus -50 is negative what?
7.
Nope, not
No,
7.
negative 93 because
All
if
right.
you add 50 and 43, that'll be 93. And if you put a negative sign on it, then you know.
Awesome. You got. Cameras are on now because we're back. Remember, we're not done just yet. We have another 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to turn it over to your ELA teachers. Or actually, we're going to turn that over to Miss Wong. So again, if you do not come back, I know who you are. Cameras should be on or you're not earning credit. I made that very clear at 7:50 this morning. Okay, well, we just have to go over the exit tickets, so you're gonna have to wait a few minutes. It went a little longer than expected. Let me just go check out how much more time is left. 4 seconds. I'm gonna take pictures of my breakout rooms because I'll know in order to get credit, you have to come back. You don't come back, I'm sorry, unfortunately, you will not get the credit for today. All right. We're gonna go over this very quickly. I'm just gonna show because I want you to move on to your next class. All right, so I saw a really good discussion, I wanna say, in your breakout rooms, folks. You did awesome for the rooms that I went in. I got up to, one breakout room got up to the 3rd question. So on the first question, a lot of people were saying that if you have $40 and you subtract 60, you're now at -20, which is choice C. I suggest you pay attention. Because yesterday when I went over this, we didn't all get 100. We got 2 out of 3 instead of 3 out of 3, so pay attention. This question, I was having a discussion with Esther in Zach's room, and yes, Zach was right. It was +12, not negative, because you start at the negative, you move 17 positive, which gives you 16, then you go back 4 and you're at +12. On question 3, which talks about Chris Daniele, she already was overdrawn or in the negative of $43, and she writes another check of 50. So when you write another check of 50, you now owe the bank $93. So you're in the negative because that's your debt. So for choice D, it's choice, for number 3, it's choice D as in dog. And question 4 was pretty straightforward if you draw the number line. It says Eric jogged 5 forward. So you go to +5. Then he goes back 9. It brings him in the negative, which is -4. So 1 was -20, choice C. 2 was 12A, you must show the work. 3, the answer choice was -93, which is choice D. And question 4, the answer choice was A, -4 is the answer. We now are officially done. Make sure you do that I ready because contest 5 is still going. So congratulations to all those names that I called out in the beginning that earned a top amount of time.